Hello, Dr. Uche. Welcome back to my channel. Giving a book review here from my car. I just finished listening to Sleeping Dogs Lie by Samantha Downing. Oh my goodness, she's a fabulous author. I don't usually dabble a lot in thrillers, but whenever I hear she has something new up, I always can't wait to get my hands on it. So, Sleeping Dogs Lie by Samantha Downing. This is incredibly short. So, if you're looking for a very captivating short read or listen in the thriller genre, there you go. Sleeping Dogs Lie. I believe it's only available on Audible at this time, but there's going to be the paperback coming out soon. So, let's dig in. Before we go ahead, remember to hit subscribe, like, freely share with your friends and family, other bibliophiles out there, and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. I discuss books, I have children's read alouds, and I'm also a lot into biography publishing, and so I share writing and publishing tips on this channel. So let's go ahead. Sleeping Dogs Lie by Samantha Downing. This is an incredibly captivating story. She starts off by telling us about a dog walker, Shelby. So we think there is this innocent young woman who walks dogs, and she arrives at the home of the owner of one of her animals to drop off the dog, and she finds him dead on the floor in the bathroom. That's how it seems at the beginning. So she calls the police and they start discussing what could have happened, asking her lots of questions. She starts telling a lot of stories about the guy being this executive, this uber healthy kind of executive who works on natural sort of products to enhance life and health. He has a company. He's going through a divorce. They have no children, but they have this dog, Pluto, him and his wife. I'm forgetting the name of the wife now, but the man is Todd Burke and the wife is Mrs. Burke, soon to be divorced. And they are going through a divorce and they're not really agreeing on how to distribute their assets, including the dog. So that's what we know, right? She's telling the cops, a certain Officer Grady, who's investigating the murder of Todd Burke, that's what she knows. Then she tells her about another lady, Megan, who works in Todd Burke's company and maybe having an affair with Todd Burke. And the soon-to-be ex-wife is paying her, Shelby, the dog walker, to find out more information. Not so much about Megan, but about the company, because she is of the opinion that the soon-to-be ex-husband Todd is downplaying company profits in order to be able to get away with giving her less money as part of the divorce. So this is what we are told, right? She also tells us that she has a little bit of baggage. She has a little bit of a backstory. Shelby, the dog walker, that when she was in college, she had an ex-boyfriend, a boyfriend she broke up with, who started stalking her. And so at one time she really lost it, threw a beer bottle at him, and she was arrested for assault. She had a restraining order placed on her against that, restraining order on her, and she wasn't allowed to be around that man. And I think he also had a restraining order placed. He wasn't allowed to be around her. So she drops out of college, I think something to do with money or whatever. And this is the story she tells us about herself, Shelby, the dog walker. So she is being very honest with Officer Grady, or so we think, telling her everything about her and how she became involved with this Todd walking his dog. And there's a neighbor who has a different breed of a dog, but Todd Burke's dog, Pluto, is really, really obsessed with his neighbor's dog, wants to mate with his neighbor's dog. And every time Pluto spots that dog, he runs off trying to dash for her, trying to get at that neighbor's dog. And the neighbor gets really upset. And the neighbor is an elderly man who has a gun. So that's what we know, right? So it turns out that Todd is shot. And Officer Grady starts asking trying to figure out what happened. So she gets all this information from Shelby. It all seems honest and truthful. And she starts talking to the neighbor. And the neighbor is like, yeah, I have a gun. Yeah, that dog is trying to kill my dog, not mate with my dog. That dog is trying to kill my dog. And yeah, I'm totally honest about it. I was so pissed. I said if it ever tried again, I was going to shoot that dog. Oops. So a neighbor who's thinking of shooting Todd Burks' dog, you can imagine he is up front. He's a licensed gun owner. He has no apologies about it. He does not feel he's broken any laws. Yes, he does own a gun. He cleans it every other month. He knows where it is at home. And he says, yeah, I'll show you the gun. And he opens the case where he usually stores the gun. And bingo, the gun is not there. Somebody has stolen his gun. And maybe the person who stole the gun is the person who uses the gun to shoot this Todd. So they start to wonder what's the motive, what's the gain. And they start thinking it might be the soon-to-be ex-wife. So they hear, they're trying to find a way to call her in for questioning. But hey, before any of this could happen, they find out that there is an emergency 911 call that came in from this soon-to-be ex-wife's home. So they go to her home only to find that she too was shot dead, seeming to be by the same sort of weapon. So, oops, imagine. Now they're trying to figure out who would want to shoot both the man and his wife. And so this detective is now sitting, not a detective is sitting down trying to make sense of all this. And then she thinks, oops, it all makes sense. Somebody is telling me a made-up story that is made up to sound very true. Shelby, the so-called Shelby. And mind you, after asking her questions the day before they let her go, they just didn't really pin her as a suspect. They let her go. And she said, hey, can I take care of Pluto till you figure out where the wife is to pick up the dog? They're like, sure, take him. So she takes him and she drives off out of state. So towards the end, we're now listening to her perspective, the Shelby, only to learn that she is really not Shelby. She assumed the identity of somebody called Shelby who had this brush with the law while at college, who had a restraining order against her, who had a boyfriend stalking her and assaulted the ex-boyfriend stalking her. She assumed the identity of this young woman, and she got to know this Todd, saw him taking care of his dog, wasn't happy about it. This happens to be a young woman who feels that her job on earth is to take care of dogs who are mistreated. So whenever she notices a dog being mistreated, she makes a plan to get at the owners. Oops. So this is what she's been doing, and this is not the first time she's done it. She noticed Todd Burke with his dog, wasn't happy about how the dog was being treated, and made a plan to go after Todd. She decided to steal the gun from the neighbor because she knew that Todd and his neighbor had a misunderstanding about their dogs going after each other. So she figured she would steal his gun and she would shoot Todd. And because she felt his soon-to-be ex-wife wasn't doing any better taking care of the dog, she would also shoot the ex-wife. So this comes to our or rather this is made clear to us in the last chapter. As I said, it's a very short read or short listen. And this so-called Shelby is letting us know at the very end that she took on someone's identity and she actually executed these two murders. So, and she is thinking, oh, this detective, yeah, they look hardworking. I'm so sorry they won't figure this out anytime soon. I am out of state. Bingo. She's on the road with Pluto and she's already orchestrated this plan to place this dog with another family. And listen to this. She's going to be keeping an eye on this new family. Oh my goodness. To make sure they're taking care of this dog. Scary. This is so captivating. I started listening. I was hooked from beginning to end. As I said, it's a very short listen. So if you're looking for a short thriller to listen to keep you occupied on the road or something, there you go. Sleeping Dogs Lie by Samantha Downing. This is Dr. Uche, your Dr. Booktuber. I am so excited always when I get a chance to come here, review a book, or talk to you about writing and publishing, or even having a children's book read aloud. I hope you join me next time. Again, hit subscribe. Feel free to like and share with your friends. Hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. I wish you a fantastic rest of your week. Take care. Bye-bye.